Hi and welcome. So you're ready to start driving traffic to your store. Well, in this lecture, we're going to do all the preparations we need to do in order to start driving traffic, all right? So in this lecture, we're going to get started by doing two things. Number one, create our Facebook page that we are going to use for our Facebook ads advertising. And number two, we're going to be creating our Facebook ads account. Two very easy, very fast things to do. I'm going to guide you through it. Follow my every step and let's do it together. Let's dive in. So the first thing we're going to do is start off on our Facebook page. Doesn't matter where in Facebook we are. We're just going to move up to the upper right here where there's a plus button. Click on there and create, and then move down to page, right? So we're going to start off by setting up our Facebook page. Now, there's a couple of things we need to set up here, but this is very fast and effective. The first thing is our page name. This is going to be important. You need to name your Facebook page the same name as you have in your store. So for us, that's going to be RNJ Deals. Now, this part here is going to show up when you're running your Facebook ads, right? So it's important that you get the name right. Next up, we're going to have category. Now, category is not as important. This is going to be more if someone is searching on a certain category on Facebook, then your page may just appear, right? So if you have any specific niches, you're going to want to write that in here. Since we don't at this point, I'm just going to write in e-commerce for now. So we have an e-commerce website, right? And then the description. And this description is not that important either, but I'm going to write something like find unique items at great prices, something like that. Now, none of this is going to show unless people actually click in on our Facebook page. But the goal isn't for people to be clicking in on your Facebook page. The goal is to use our Facebook page to drive traffic to our store, right? So what's going to be the most important here is getting the name right. Okay, so once we've set this up, we're going to click on Create Page. Now we're going to get some additional options. So RNJD was created. Now what we can do is scroll down and we have some images that we can set up. We have a profile photo and we have a cover photo. Now the profile photo is going to be that one, the small one showing in the circle here. Now this is the important one because this is the one that's going to be displaying when you're doing ads, right? The cover photo is only going to be visible if people actually click in on your Facebook page. So it can be a good idea to have it set up, but it's not important. So if you have a logo for your store, then use that logo here. So we're going to go ahead and set that up. There we go. And now we're also going to set the cover photo up. But if you don't have a cover photo, don't worry about it. It's not important. But we're going to set it up just like that. Not the prettiest things, but what's important is that we do have a pretty profile photo. Then I'm going to go ahead and click on Save. And that's it. Congratulations. You created your Facebook page and now we can run ads off of this one. Amazing, right? And very fast and effective. So once again, the most important aspects are going to be the name and it's going to be the profile picture. So as long as you can get those two right, you will be all game, right? Next up, we're going to create our Facebook ads account. So in order to do that, we're going to move up to the URL up here. And then we're going to be removing all of this stuff. So all that we have in front of us is facebook.com. And then we're going to write ads manager. And then hit enter, just like that. And then what's going to happen is that we're going to be taken to the ads manager where we're going to be running all of our ads. Now, because you don't have any ads manager, most likely from before, you're going to get a slightly different page than me. It's going to say something about publishing tool, and you're going to have some different options on the side. All you need to do is move to the upper left here where it says business tools, click there, and then click here where it says ads manager. Poof. And then we are going to be on the very same page. And congratulations, now you've also created your ads manager account and we can start running ads, okay? So let's prepare this some further. We're gonna set up our account so that we can pay for the ads, because if we can't pay for the ads, we can't actually produce and have our ads running. Then what's the point, right? Then we're not gonna get any traffic to our store. So what we're going to do is we're going to move to the upper left here where it says business tools, and then we're going to move to add account settings. Now what we're going to want to do is we're going to, you can set an ad account name. This isn't that important, but scrolling down, what's going to be important is that you set up your business name and your business address. Now, this is important because you're gonna pay for these ads, so you're gonna get an invoice. Now, in order to properly show your invoice as a business expense, you're gonna need to have your business address on there. Now, similarly, there are also some perks on running Facebook ads and having all of this information in here, and that is that you look more like a real company. So all of their safety measures that they add in order to not have bots and stuff run on Facebook, you're much less likely to be caught for suspicious actions. Now, it does happen. So sometimes they do temporarily shut off accounts because something looks suspicious. Maybe you entered your Facebook from a different country or something. But the more info you have, the smaller the odds that such a thing is going to happen. Okay, so you want to add that in there, your business country, your tax ID number, because these are for tax purposes. Now, if you don't have an actual legal entity set up, an actual company, well, then write in your personal address in here, because then that address is going to be your business address. All right. Then the next thing we're going to do is that we don't have to go through pages. We don't have to worry about notifications or name templates. We're going to click on payment settings. And the first thing we're going to want to do is actually add a payment option, because when you've added a payment option, we can pay for the ads, and that's when we start getting the traffic, right? So you just click here on add payment option, and then you can either add in a credit or debit card, you can use PayPal, or you can use a Facebook ad coupon. Now, chances are you're probably going to use PayPal or a credit card, right? So you just set those up, and then you have your payment all set up. Once you've done that, scrolling down, you're going to want to set your account spending limit. Now, whenever you set this limit, this is account bound. So that means that for all of the campaigns, for all of the spending you do in total, you will never exceed the account spending limit that you set, right? So even if you have 4 different ads running with 4 different budgets, doesn't matter, it will never exceed this. They're gonna shut up instantly once you reach this limit that you've set. So it's good to have in the beginning in case you do any mistakes, in case you have a certain budget you need to adhere to. So in the beginning, I recommend that you click here to set your account spending limit and set it to something like $100 and then set limit. Just remember that to revisit this place when you start running your ads and when you start getting things going, and then either remove it or set it higher. This is only a safety precaution, right? You do not need this in the future. This is just to make sure that you don't do any mistake and that you don't overspend, right? And the final thing to know is that here you find all your billing and receipts, right? You click here and you're gonna find them all. And if you have a business for your store and you're saving in those invoices as an expense, you're gonna want to grab those from here and download them. But with that said, everything is set up. Now you have your Facebook page, right? You have your ads account, and you've also set up your ads account so that you can start running ads from them. Well, we're pretty much ready to go, right? So we're going to move on to the next lecture where I'm going to show you what the strategy is that we're going to be using to get traffic to our store. Once we understand that strategy, then we're going to set up our account further by doing all of the foundational work so that we can drive more traffic to our store, and then we're going to use that template and step by step set the ad up and have it start driving traffic to our store. So everything is going to be step by step to the point, and we're gonna have fun along the way. So next up, just click up here Business Tools, click on Ads Manager, and then I'll see you in the next lecture.